What's up nakamas? Welcome back to the channel, and for today we are playing aggro with this Blue Doflamingo list. So this deck got a lot of boost when the starter deck came out, and that's basically the 8.5 format, and it's already like the 9.0 format here in Japan, and I found myself having success with this current list. So I've won standard events, played a lot of like second placers and like top 4. So I'd like to share this list with you guys. So my Doffy list, I think up to this point this is not a new deck, but what's unique probably in my list is I'm running 3 puddings. So I've seen some lists playing only 2 puddings, but I think 3 is the way to go because you'd want to at least draw this. Playing this to get rid of like extra 3 or 4 cards from our opponent's hand is very crucial. I'm playing 2 Gravity Blades and 2 Perfume Femur, so I'm not running any Red Rocks. It's basically just a meta call and a preference. So I think 2 weeks ago, I was playing a full playset of Red Rocks because there was a lot of like Shanks everywhere. Slowly, Purple Luffy and the Purple Black Luffy that increases the cost of characters. Those 2 decks are swarming our local sceneries here in Japan lately. With those decks, I preferred running Gravity Blades. If the metagame adjusts again, I'll be definitely putting back the Red Rocks here. And not to mention, in my previous video, I introduced the Shonen Jump promo for a buggy card, a 7 cost buggy, that basically prevents 4 costs and 3 costs in attacking, and all of our attackers here are basically 4 costs. We would like Red Rocks to be introduced back into this list. So yeah, that's it for the deck introduction. Let's play some games with this list and let's see this deck in action. Okay, for our first game, we are playing against Purple Black Luffy, the new leader from the latest set. So in this matchup, I wanted to feature this because there's a lot of Purple Luffy and this Luffy in the current metagame, and I wanted to show how Doffy plays against this. So of course you want to play first against this deck. So here we have multiple puddings. We wanted them to take this and at least shuffle their hand now before we attack for 5. Let them waste a 1k counter here. So now they have one play. So I wanted to get a Jinbei here, but we didn't get any Jinbei. So we can bounce this, but I opted to just attack here. And too bad we got a Perfume. So at least their bond play can only become a 4k at this point, and now it's only a 2k, so they didn't attack. So up to this point, we just wanted to go aggro here, attacking for 8k because the Sanji is a 6k blocker. Again, Gum Gum Giant, a very good card that pushed Purple into a really good deck right now. So we wanted to save this because our opponent is getting low in cards in hand, and slowly we can get aggressive. So we can't get rid of the Sanji here because of Luffy's ability to increase the cost. So we just wanted to control the board a little bit. And now I just wish we had this Gravity Blade still because our opponent has a blocker. Now we lost all our attackers, but the good thing about Doffy is that since it's a very aggressive deck, it can refill the board pretty fast. So let's just get rid of his attacker here, and we pulled a Jinbei and drop another 6k on the board. That's what I really like on this deck because we can easily recover our board and continue attacking. Okay, our opponent dropping another blocker off of Moria. Yeah, we would like to take that. Pretty good draw here off of Jinbei. So since we have Perfume in our hand, we just want to get at a point wherein our opponent will have 0 life and will be forced to drop blockers. So our line of action here is to just actually be aggressive. So let's bounce that blocker. Let him use some cards here. But again, Gum Gum Giant, a very good card. Drawing 2 cards to like get rid of non counter cards and drawing 2 new cards. So we establish a pretty good board here. They can get rid of our tapped cards since we still have like 3 attackers for the next turn. So let's block this, because I was expecting our opponent will drop a 7-cost Sanji with haste there, but opponent didn't. But still, we can just attack here, drop another 6k. So attack for 6. We're just trying to fish counters off of our opponent's hand here. We're attacking for 6k. That way, even if our opponent blocks with Sanji, they will still use some counters. So again, our opponent cleaning our board here. Let's save this, try to attack. Oh, another Sanji coming here. We'll get rid of all our attackers probably in this turn. Okay, so I'm surprised that they attacked the Jinbei, not the Evil. But okay. So opponent has 2 cards, so attack for 9 here just to make sure to get rid of that Sanji. Let's get Boa Hancock. Then drop a Hancock. Let's get a 2k counter and then leader effect for Jinbei next turn. Attack for 8 here. So we are happy with this situation because even if our opponent will drop a blocker or 2 blockers up to this point, we can just win the game later with Perfume. So let's just try to survive this turn. Okay, opponent dropping a blocker here. We can just take this. We can just take all of their attacks actually, even if they attack with Law. Okay, so they didn't attack with Law. So Perfume and swing with everything here. Even if our opponent survives that attack, we still have Hancock. Okay, next we are against Shanks. So our list don't run any red rock, which are very crucial on this matchup. So we would like to just go aggro here, because moving into the late game, we will be in a pretty bad situation since we don't have any red rock in our lists. So my events actually are a pretty, it depends on the meta, but I've seen a decline in Shanks lately in my local game stores. That's why I opted to just remove the red rocks for now. But of course, it depends on the meta. The events in my deck are actually flex slots. So since we don't have red rocks, our gameplay against Shanks is to just go aggressive. So that's why I'm putting pressure here, just being aggressive against this list. So I wanted to get rid of this Hongwo, but I do have a Gravity Blade in my hand. So again, we lose our Hancock here. We just wanted to fill the board with some threats here. We want that 6k. Let's just attack for 8k. We just want to keep the pressure on against this because it's gonna be very difficult when they drop the 10 cost Shanks that has haste and reduces all our characters' power by 1000. That's a pretty good card against us. So let's save this. Let's just attack this Hongo. Let them use counters to save this, and then we can Gravity Blade it. Okay, now since our opponent used his leader effect already, we can just attack with 5Ks. Oh, I think that was pretty strong turn. He took 2 damage, and here comes the Shanks. But since our opponent is down to 1 life, we can just go aggressive here. Start going aggressive. So we'll just take 3 damage next turn. I think we have this, guys. So let's just attack and be aggressive here. Okay. That's it for the gameplay. I hope you learned something on how I pilot this deck. What I really like about this deck is it does have a core amount of cards, like a list, and then a flex slot that can adjust accordingly to any metagame. So yeah, please try Doffy, and I hope you have a lot of fun with it and win a lot of games while having fun. If you're still watching up to this point, then you're not just a nakama, but a super nakama. And thank you very much for your continued support. Please like the video and subscribe, and you will be notified for my future One Piece videos. That's all for today. Have a wonderful day or night, and see you in the next video.